Hello, welcome back to Oswald Nevinus. So, if you have found yourself here because you're searching, I just hit 40, now what? You found yourself in the right spot. But don't leave yet. Don't worry, if you're not 40, you're in your 30s, your 20s, even your teens. You might want to stick around and listen to what I have to say. So you're 40 now, okay? What does this mean? Well, if you're anything like me, I've gone through some changes in my life, and I'm sure you have as well. And if not, good for you. You found yourself a nice spot and you like to be there. So, I grew up in the 90s. I found myself at 18 or 19 years old wondering, where am I? Where do I want to be? Who do I want to be? And I took a look at my life and I realized I didn't really know. So I took a gamble and I joined the US Navy. And that brought me from an adolescent to a man pretty quick. After I got out of the Navy, I found myself again at a point in my life where I didn't know who I was anymore. I had to do some hard reflecting in my life and take a step back and kind of reestablish my goals. So I did that and I found somewhat of an identity, but I was still searching. And I believe I've been searching for the most part all the way up until now I hit 40 years old. The turning point for me was when a friend of mine was over. He changed his look. He was wearing nicer clothes. He was wearing nice shoes. And his hygiene standards were higher. And then I took a step back and looked at myself in the mirror. And I realized I hadn't done that yet. And I was asking why. So I did some searching on YouTube. So I'm 40. And I looked around to see what I could find and there wasn't much. So I thought that maybe if I put this information out there, it might help you. Because I had to do quite a bit of searching to find myself. I was used to wearing jeans with holes in them. They were semi-faded and they weren't in the best condition. I was wearing t-shirts with logos and designs on them, hoodies, ball caps. As far as my grooming, I'm not quite sure what I was going for. I didn't have an established haircut. I had to take a long, hard step backwards and reevaluate my life where I was. So, what does that entail? Well, it generally entails your mental health, your physical health, your education. And what do we mean by these things? Well, mental health. Do you have any long-term traumas that you haven't dealt with, like childhood traumas? Do you see a therapist? And let's talk about your routine, your daily routine. I'm not just talking about your morning routine. What do you do every day? Do you have exercise worked into that schedule? Or reading? Are you doing too much scrolling? Maybe it's time to take action. What about relationships? And we're talking social, romantic, and work life. Another aspect of mental health that you may want to consider is education. Let's talk about your physical health. We're talking about your appearance, your hygiene, and any medical issues you may have, or dental. Are you taking care of those things? These are all important. All of these things tied together. I'm not one of those guys that has a perfect life that's just trying to show you how perfect my life is. But I'm working on myself now. I've established goals. I've taken that step back and realigned my life with where I want to be. And I welcome you to follow along with me on my journey to success and betterment for myself. And I hope that anything I might offer you or peering into my life might help you. So that's why I'm posting these videos. And I'll go further into detail on each subject, whether it's style, whether it's jewelry, watches, daily routines, maintenance schedules for your house, just everyday in and out living of being a man. and hopefully a gentleman, if that's the direction you want to go. But I realize being a gentleman is not for everyone. So you can take aspects of what information I'm going to provide and apply it to your own living style and your own identity. I'm not saying be just like me. I'm not saying what solutions are working for my life are going to work for you. You have to establish that on your own. I will also be posting meditation videos to help you on your meditation journey should you decide to go that route. I will also be posting a lot of behind the scenes shots so you can follow along in my daily life and see that things aren't perfect. I am just as disorganized as you, so please stay tuned by subscribing and hitting that notification button so that every time I post a video, you can be updated about my current situation on where I'm at. Thank you for watching, and I hope you go and check out my other videos. So we'll see you next time. Like always, stay sharp, gentlemen.